Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week wisdom and legacy building podcast. This is day 599 of our trek, and today is Motivation Monday. We are hiking a series of trails called The Tools in Gramps Backpack. Each Monday, for a total of 20 weeks, we will explore a different tool that is needed to motivate and equip parents and grandparents to train their children and grandchildren to be successful on their trek of life. If you don't have any children or grandchildren of your own, use these tools to train others that you do influence. Today is the 18th tool in Gramps' backpack, which is character. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. One trait that seems to be in a short supply today among leaders in government, business, and even some church leaders is that of character, or another word is integrity. Situational ethics, political correctness, and relative truth seems to be so prevalent today. But if you look back through history, it probably has not changed much since the beginning of time. As a father, grandfather, and leader, it is my desire to be a man of character, a man of untarnished integrity. I desire to be both good and godly. This is difficult when the struggles of life seems to overwhelm us like the continuous regularity of the ocean tide. It is very difficult to possess the attributes of character and integrity ourselves, and yet even more difficult to teach it to our children, our grandchildren, and others that we mentor. Yet that is exactly what we need to do. Our lives need to be a bulwark of integrity which is visible to others, or the best that we can expect is that we will pass on a mediocre character that is tossed back and forth like the ocean waves. So the tool that we'll explore today is character. Integrity is a foundational and powerful tool for building better families, churches, businesses, and governments. What do others see when they see you? You may be able to fool some people some of the time, but those that you live with, those who know you best on a daily basis, know what you're really like. Your character is a reflection of your inward heart and mind. You are what you think about and what you allow to permeate your mind. Proverbs chapter 27 verse 19 tells us, "As the face is reflected in water, so the heart reflects a real person." As I've mentioned before on our Wisdom Treks, when the Bible refers to the heart, you can also replace it with mind. It speaks of who you are at your very core, and what you think about and ponder on. Nothing speaks louder or more powerfully than a life of integrity. Character is built slowly over a lifetime. It is the sum of every right decision, every honest word spoken, every noble thought, and every heartfelt prayer. It is forged on the anvil of honorable work and is polished by the three-pronged virtues of compassion, generosity, and humility. Character is a precious attribute. It is difficult to build and yet so easy to destroy by a lapse of judgment, a harsh word spoken, a moment of physical, emotional, or spiritual weakness. As a Christ follower, we must seek to live each day with discipline, honesty, and faith. When you do, then integrity becomes a habit, part of the very fabric of your lives. If you sincerely desire to be a good and godly person, then you must align yourself with God and follow His precepts found in His Word. When you do, your good character will become an integrated part of your life. You must filter your daily input through the filter of God's Word, just like you filter water through a filter, which extracts that which will harm you and only allows the pure water of His Word to flow into your life. A life of integrity is not a life without challenges and obstacles. It is a life that chooses to do right regardless of the obstacles. As the Apostle Paul wrote in his letter to the Romans, chapter 5, verses 3 and 4, we can rejoice too when we run into problems and trials, for we know that they will help us to develop endurance, and endurance develops strength of character, and character strengthens our confident hope of salvation. True character and integrity are the decisions that we make when no one sees us, when there is no possibility of being found out. But God knows all that we think, say, or do. Psalms chapter 44, verse 21 tells us, God would surely have known it, for He knows the secrets of every heart. Our life pursuits will reflect our character and personal integrity. We should seek life's pursuits that will bolster integrity. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1 says, "Choose a good reputation over riches. Being held in high esteem is better than silver or gold." Once we have established a good and godly life of character and integrity, then others will want to learn from our ways, and they will follow our example. This is especially important when we teach and train our children, grandchildren, and others that we have an opportunity to mentor. And with these thoughts in mind, we will conclude our trek for today and close Gramps' backpack. But before I do, I will pass this tool of character on to you. Once you have this tool in your own backpack, it is up to you to live a life of integrity, one that is of a good and godly character. It is up to you to demonstrate and teach this to your children, grandchildren, and others that you do mentor. When integrity and character are part of the very fabric of your life, it is then that you'll be able to live the rich and satisfying life that is available to each of us. Next Monday, we will investigate the 19th tool in Gramps' backpack, which is passion. And on tomorrow's trek, we will explore another wisdom quote. This 3-minute wisdom supplement will assist you in becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise each day. Thank you for joining me on this trek that we call life. Encourage your family and friends to join us, and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past daily treks or read the daily journal, they are all available at wisdom-trek.com. You can also subscribe at iTunes or Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.